Hello, very good morning. Today I'll have this MCQ discussion from the topic bleaching. So last night I have framed few MCQs. I will just have a discussion pertaining to these MCQs, right? And regarding the other MCQs from the same topic, endo or conservative, we'll have a separate discussion, right? So we'll start with our first question. Before that, a very good morning once again. Hi Najni, Saida. Hi Sahiti, Neetu, Bernice. Hi Ramesh, Ragina, Pooja, Prithvi, Gina, Srish. Hi, a very good morning. Yes, Devna, hello. Hi Pradhan, a very good morning. So we have our first question from yesterday's topic, right? Colorless material binding to tooth and undergoing chemical reaction to cause a stain falls under which category of Natho's classification of extrinsic discoloration? Natho's type 1, N1 type of stain, N2 type of stain, N3, and N4. Hi Komal, you said you had college at 7? Good that you joined us live. So we have this Natho's classification where N1 is the color of the chromogen and the color of the dental stain are the same, right? So in case of N2, the color of chromogen is different and the color of stain is different, right? And N3 is a condition where a colorless material or a pre-chromogen binds, undergoes some chemical reaction and it imparts some color to the tooth or to the stain per se, right? So N3. N3 is the appropriate answer. So colorless material, there is nothing like N4 in Natho's classification for extrinsic discoloration. By the way, this is for extrinsic discoloration. So colorless material binding to tooth and undergoing chemical reaction to cause a stain falls under Natho's N3 type for extrinsic discoloration, right? It's option C. Right, we shall proceed with the next question then. No sorries and negative marking, Neetu. Okay, anyways, you tried, right? Good. Hi, Ashina. Very good morning. Surprising to see you live. And even more surprising is the fact that your network is it seems to be working fine. Hope you all had a good night's sleep. Network, it's not human with emotions, right? To feel fresh or to feel tired. Okay. Second question. All of the following are causes of intrinsic tooth discoloration except trauma, root canal medicaments, aging, sex. So which one is the exception? Surprising and shocking and unbelievable to see an unanimous answer again. Hi, Shri. Yes, yes. So sex has nothing to do, whether male or female, it has nothing to do with causing intrinsic tooth discoloration or influencing it. However, even aging, I mean, with increase in age, there can be darkening, right? So there can be changes happening within the dentin, deposition of reparative dentin. So there is more of darkish or yellowish hue being developed with increase in age. So even age influences discoloration of tooth. So trauma, obviously, pulpal hemorrhage, there can be hemoglobin breakdown and the residues entering into the tubules. Various root canal medicaments and their colorants can also be responsible for this tooth discoloration. Intrinsic tooth discoloration. So intrinsic means present inside, within the dentin. Extrinsic is present on the surface, on the enamel. So that's intrinsic versus extrinsic stains. And also we have this endogenous and exogenous stains. Endogenous stains are those stains whose origin is within the body, like for example, fluorosis, or we can even quote tetracyclines as example, whereas exogenous stains are those stains whose origin is outside. Outside in the sense of coffee stains, stains from various food coloratives or various other things, right, which we commonly come across. So all this, even chromogenic bacteria, so all these are exogenous. Endogenous are sources within. So based on origin, we have exo and endo. Based on the location on surface of a tooth, we have extrinsic and intrinsic. So option D is the right answer. It's an exception, right? Yes, Regina, two obvious answer. Good. Hi, Shrin. Thank you. Thank you for your beautiful morning message. Glad to hear that. And welcome to our live sessions. Wish you all the best. From which place are you, Shrin? Hi, Devna. Good morning. Right. So, third question. H2O2 concentration used for home bleach 3 to 7.5%, 4 to 8%, 30%, and 35%. Okay, sure. Yes, we had this discussion yesterday also regarding this home bleach technique. So, home bleach is so walking bleach is a non-vital, intracranial non-vital bleaching technique. Whereas in-office thermocatalytic, you have this non-vital bleaching. Whereas vital bleaching, you have at home or in-office vital bleaching, right? So H2O2 concentration used for home bleach. So H2O2, it's an oxidizing agent. Concentration ranges from 5% to 35%. So varied concentration can be used depending upon the technique which we are incorporating. So in case of home bleach, we use a lower concentration H2O2 in the range of 3 to 7.5%, which is a direct pick from a textbook, right? So 3 to 7.5% is H2O2 concentration used for home bleach technique, right? Whereas we have this 35%, which is called as superoxole, right? 35% option D. If you observe superoxole, it's mainly used in case of your in-office vital bleaching, right? Always remember, in-office bleaching techniques, we use higher concentration of H2O2 compared to your at-home bleaching techniques. It's quite obvious, right? So option A is the right answer. So again, we have unanimous answer, which is very good. What are you know? A teacher who wakes up so early for his students is a hero. And what about you? You're all prince and princess. Remember, we have native marking, so make sure that you enter your score at the end of the session. Project your scores on the screen so that I can have a look. I mean, it's your choice. You're free to choose that option, right? You can either enter your scores and project them, or if you feel like at least you can evaluate that for yourself. If you can enter and project on the screen, you can compare yourself and just have an idea. It's up to you. So fourth question, agent used to eliminate residual oxygen following bleaching. Now don't say the answer is obvious, right? Yes. Ramesh is too lightning fast today. Yes, Komal, good. Neetu, Pradhan. So we have options sodium ascorbate, propyl gallate, tertiary butyl hydroxyquinone, butylated hydroxytoluene. I'm 100% sure that you haven't gone through all the options, right? So I advise you to go through all the options again. Hi, Purvil. Right. Option A is the right answer, as you're obvious. And regarding other options, even they are antioxidants. They are antioxidants, but not used here. So sodium ascorbate, it's a buffered solution of 90% ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and 10% sodium. Okay, so it has to be used after bleaching in order to remove residual oxygen so that bonding with composite will be more reliable. Right? Good. So we have our fourth question. Sorry, fifth one. So it's matching. So we'll have two columns, left and right. So I'm entering the left column first. So now I'll be entering the right column. Here you go. So matching. We have on the left side walking bleach, A walking bleach, B in office thermocatalytic bleaching, C at home vital bleach, D in office vital bleach. On the right side, we have 1 30% H2O2, 2 6.5% urea, 3 sodium perborate, 4 35% H2O2, 5 carbamide peroxide. So choose the appropriate option like A5, B2, something like that. Okay, and give me the right sequence. So Regina previously said that network is very fresh, but Ramesh seems to be really fresh and fast today. He's answering at jet speed, and Srish as well. Yes, Komal, good. Yes, Prithvi. Yes, Ashwina, Neetu, Purvil, Sahiti. Right. So walking bleach, as we discussed the techniques, right? Yes, Pradhan. Yes, Mega, Pooja. Okay, good, Preeti. Let me just give you the right sequence as you have all mentioned. So walking bleach, sodium perborate, right? So if you remember walking bleach, we place sodium perborate mixed with distilled water, right? So in office thermocatalytic bleach. So A is 3, in office thermocatalytic bleaching, 30% H2O2, where we have this mat of cotton which is saturated with 30% H2O2, right? And at home vital bleach, so 35% H2O2, 30 to 35% H2O2. So obviously it would be wise enough to choose 4. Good. And in office vital bleach, I'm sorry, at home vital bleach is less concentration, right? I'm sorry, carbamide peroxide. At home it will be carbamide peroxide, 10% carbamide peroxide, which releases 3.5% H2O2, but in office vital bleach will be 35% H2O2. So A3, B1, C5, and D4, right? So almost all of you gave the same option. Good. Keep it. So we'll have our next question. So we'll have assertion and reason. Devna. Right. So we have our sixth question. A3, B1, C5, and D4. Right? So sixth question, assertion and reason. Assertion, it's prudent to completely eliminate residual H2O2 before restoring tooth with composite. And reason, residual oxygen following bleaching procedure adversely affects bonding and polymerization of composite resin. So let me know whether both statements are true, and also let me know whether the reason is justifying the assertion. Because statements, whether they are true or not, is only one part of the answer. Also, we should know whether the reason is justifying or not. So it's clearly mentioned that residual H2O2 or residual oxygen would hamper the polymerization of composite. Hence, all the residual H2O2 has to be removed, or oxygen has to be eliminated by using antioxidants, or at least wait for at least 7 to 10 days before going for bonding procedure, right? So both statements are true and reason is justifying assertion. Good. Yes, Megha. It seems like morning sessions, we all tend to give only right answers. Let's see how many of you are going to answer this. Here you go. Sixth question. I'm sorry, is it sixth or is it seventh? I think it's seventh question. I think few of you might be taking screenshots, so I'll just repost it again with the right number. All of the following are forms of sodium perborate available except sodium perborate monohydrate, dihydrate, trihydrate, tetrahydrate. Prithvi says option C, rest of you say option B. So which are the following forms of sodium perborate available except? Regina says option D. Just remember, we don't want to die, right? So dihydrate is not available. So sodium perborate, we have monohydrate, trihydrate, and tetrahydrate with different quantity of oxygen in each respective form. Okay, fine, Prithvi. So it's option B. Dihydrate is not available. It's not the form of sodium perborate, right? So we'll proceed with eighth question. Eighth pH of H2O2 used for bleaching procedure is option A 4 to 5, option B 6 to 8, option C 9 to 10, option D 11 to 12. So this is called as morning magic, where everyone gives only right answer. So the pH range of H2O2 is 9 to 10. To be more accurate, it's 9.5 to 10.8. That's a pH range given for H2O2 bleaching purpose, right? So alkaline, it's more active in alkaline medium. So option C is the right answer. Good. Okay then, we'll see. We'll again test your memory again. In clinics, they use only carbonate peroxide. I used H2O2 only, 35%. It depends upon the system which you're using. I'm not really aware of what's being used right now in the clinical practice or scenario, Prithvi. It depends on the choice of the operator as well. Yes, ninth question. The thickness of adhesive material to seal access cavity to ensure tight seal around margins and prevents leaching of bleaching material should be 2 mm, 3 mm, 4 mm and 5 mm. Okay. Let me just ask you another question in the context then. What should be the minimum thickness of a temporary restorative material called cavit? 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4 mm. These are the options you have. So what should be the minimum thickness of this temporary restorative material cavit? 2.5, 3, 3.5 and 4. So it's, by the way, the answer for this question is option B, 3 mm. So 3 mm should be the minimum thickness of adhesive material in access cavity to ensure tight seal around the margins and also to prevent leaching around the bleaching material. No, Prithvi. H2O2 has its own. See, when you're using H2O2, it doesn't mean that it's always causing some harm. When you take proper protection, when you use this gingival barrier, and when you have this isolation properly, then obviously H2O2 would be the best available agent because of its high concentration, you will see clinically more effects. More useful effects, right? What is the point in using high concentration of carbonate peroxide? When it is not clinically effective. That's my point here. So, in fact, the choice of material depends upon the clinical scenario there and also the technique. So, whenever they're giving you some literature in textbook, it's not that they're given just like that. They'll be giving you this literature based on clinical examination, and if you want, you can just refer or go through the references at the end of the chapter. 35% H2O2 or superoxide with proper gingival barrier. You have this entire kit, right? Where you have this gingival barrier and all. You just try with 35% H2O2, you'll see the results, obviously. I'm not here to promote 35% H2O2, but each agent has its own use. Obviously, you can go for this carbonate peroxide at your, at home bleaching, at home vital bleaching, tray bleaching, right? So their safety is of more issue. When you are dealing with patient directly, why should you worry about safety when the case is in your hands? You have to take proper precautions, isn't it? In case of cavity, it's 3.5 mm. So we have this confusion. We have several questions in previous AIPG also. It's not 2.5, it's 3.5. So the minimum thickness of cavity has to be 3.5 mm. Okay? Right. So we have our final question for the day. Yes, Najni. I guess Bernice is sleeping. You're welcome, Prithvi. Cavit 3.5. Minimum thickness has to be 3.5. So, final question, two statements, statement 1 and 2. Statement 1, external cervical root resorption following extracranial bleaching is due to diffusion of H2O2 through dentinal tubules leading to resorptive changes in periodontium. Statement 2, minocycline has the ability to affect permanent dentition due to its ability to form complexes with calcium in dentin. So, both statements are true, both are false. Statement 1 is true, 2 is false, 1 is false, 2 is true. So try answering in that format, right? The final question. Let's see how many of you are going to get it right. Yes, Ashwina, Preeti, Ramesh, Bernice, Komal, Srish, Pradhan, Tishri. Hi, Mega. You answer both true. Okay. Sahiti, Purvel, Devna. Prithvi, Neetu. Right. Now rethink your answer again. Pooja, one false and two true. Yes, Pooja, you say resorption is an intracranial bleaching. Yes, Neetu. Intracranial bleaching leads to cervical resorption. Okay, now tell me the right answer. So you think all questions are going to be straight and direct? So you have this various complications of extracranial bleaching. You have tooth sensitivity damage, there can be potential damage to gingiva, there can be release of mercury from filling. So these were some of the complications mentioned. But in case of intracranial bleaching, the chances for external cervical root resorption are more due to penetration of your tubule, of your agent H2O2 into the tubules, right, and entering into periodontium and causing these resorptive changes. So external cervical root resorption following extracranial bleaching, it's false. It's intracranial bleaching. Obviously, the reason is through diffusion of H2O2 through tubules, leading to resorptive changes in periodontium. Statement 2, minocycline has the ability to affect permanent dentition due to its ability to form complexes with calcium in dentin. Statement 2 is true, Regina. Statement 1 is false. Okay, right. So take 2 minutes, throw your scores. We shall have a comparative analysis. Only if you are willing to. No, give me the marks, right? You calculate the marks and give me the marks. Like 25, 24, 30 out of 40, 10 to 4 out of 40. Positive marking. I mean, a correct answer plus 4, wrong answer minus 1. Good, Pooja. So you have 40 out of 40. Good. So Preeti, you have 36. Good. Yes, Ramesh. You're excited about scores? Yes, Komal, 36. Good. Prithvi, 29. Good. Megha, 35. So Ramesh, 35. Okay. Preeti also 35. Okay, fine. Purvil, not yet. We'll definitely let you know whenever there is update. Just keep on refreshing the page, right? A question on cavity, you can just ignore it, right? It was just a sideline question. Neetu, good, 40. Srish, good, 35. So Devna, how many? 8 4 32 minus 2, 30. Okay. Ashina, 36. Good. So Ashina, you haven't answered the final question then. The problem with this scoring is if you don't know the answer, you will avoid answering it. That causes more harm here rather than an exam. Okay, Ashina, 35. Good, good. Komal, 35. Sahiti, 35. Ragina, 32. Okay, Pradhan, 32. Right. Devna, 38. Okay. Okay, Ashina, right. Prithvi, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe the same dates or 15, 20 days postponed, I'm not exactly sure. And I'm eagerly waiting. Okay, Pooja, definitely we'll have MCQs in the morning, right? By the way, you're having this discussion, right? Komal, you have a doubt? One MCQ, vital bleaching causes. Yes, periapical periodontitis. Yes, even I do remember referring that somewhere in the literature. They mentioned that in case of internal or intracornal cervical resorption, but in case of vital bleaching, due to penetration of the bleaching agent, the chances of periapical periodontitis are more. I have referred it somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure of it, right? Anyways, I'll just refer once again. If I can get some reason, because even in the complications of extracorneal bleaching or vital bleaching, it hasn't been mentioned as a potential drawback. Definitely, I'll refer once, okay? I'll refer once and I'll let you know soon. I'll just drop a clarification in the description of the same video. Yesterday's questions and today's questions, I'll just drop a clarification in the description of the same video, okay? Yes, Pooja, definitely will have MCQs, right? We'll also try to increase the sessions as we go on, and we'll try to stay in touch constantly. Okay, so it was really good start for the day. Hope you enjoyed thoroughly all this MCQ discussion, and you have any questions, drop them at proudtobedentist@gmail.com, right? And regarding the updates, we're having some issues with sending you bulk mails, so that's the reason why we had to create this group in our Gmail. So we have this Google group. So it's like same WhatsApp group, right? So anyways, you'll be getting updates from WhatsApp as well as from the Google group from now onwards. So bulk mail, you might not be getting mails as such from now because of too many senders list. The senders list is increasing day by day. So we had to opt out for groups, Google groups. Komal, you can just drop a mail. I'll send you the group link, WhatsApp update group. So all of you who wish to have updates regarding our academy's activities, you can just drop a mail. I'll send you the group link, WhatsApp update group link. You'll be getting regular updates, not only from WhatsApp but also in Gmail. I mean, you'll be getting updates in your group also. I sent you invitation. All of you have sent you invitation to all the registered students. You can just accept the invitation and join our Google group, right? PTBD Academy NEET MDS Online Coaching. A lengthy name. Okay, fine then. Have a great day, and once again, wish you all the best. The difference is nothing much, but I mean, we are having issues in, I mean, till now you have been getting mails from us, right? So from now, you'll not be getting bulk mails. I mean, you can have this normal one-to-one interaction in mails. That's not an issue. But when we are forwarding you a bulk mail regarding an update, we'll be doing that only through groups now. There is not much difference. Fine? Yeah. See you again tomorrow. So if possible, we'll have one session today. I'll let you know. I'll update you via our groups and I'll let you know accordingly, right? Yeah. Bye. Take care. Have a nice day. Love you all.